come and go. They are the set of traders that have been battling with the market. I've
Okay, sir.
learned not to battle with the market. Market is not a
Okay, sir.
battleground for me. It's an opportunity ground. And it's two
Yes, sir.
things. It's either I see what I'm looking for or I do
Mm.
not see it. When you go to market, you can't force what you want to buy on people to sell, isn't
It's
it?
true. It's true, sir.
When you are going to the market, you don't force what you want to buy on the sellers to sell it. So there's
Yes,
nothing
sir.
like I'm going to market to buy this particular thing. They must have
Mm.
it. No,
Yeah.
you will be the one to pray that they have it. Because if they
Yeah.
have it, you will be glad to buy. That
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
right psychology in the market. So ideally, the people that I've seen that have come and go in the market are those that force the market to move in their
Mm.
direction. They
Yes,
have
sir.
no like 2 weeks ago, I told you guys that you should wait and see go USD come to this level. Abi, I said this
Yes,
would be
sir.
your Christmas gift, isn't it? So I think
Mm.
I'm delivering now. I think I'm delivering now. So this has
We
done
are
about,
delivering. We are delivering. Yeah,
see,
sure. Sure.
you see, this is about 200 pips. So even if you traded that with
Wow.
zero point 0.1 lot size, this last
Mm.
week alone till now, like 6 days ago till now, you would have made over $200 on this one alone. Can you see that?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. The thing
So
about
sorry,
trading,
sorry, sir.
mhm,
Sorry, sir.
I'm with you.
Another thing. I don't know if $100 can go for a 4 hour trading time.
Yes, of course, it can. Very well. It
Really?
can. Yes, it can. You will just have
Ah.
plenty patience. That's just the truth. You will just have plenty
Okay.
patience. It can. Just
Okay.
this morning, somebody was sharing with me one of the trades that we were talking about, and based on my insight on it,
Yes,
she
sir.
closed about 7 point something dollar on that trade today. And we analyzed that
Wow.
trade sometimes in October. We
Wow.
analyzed that trade sometimes in October. I can share the screenshots with you later on. So there
Okay,
is
sir.
nothing about the time frame. The only problem is, can you wait to get
Okay.
maybe from this price level, let's say 0.01. Okay, since that time to now, maybe that will be giving you like $20. Would it have
Okay.
made sense to you that you left the market to run for at least for these 6 days, and all you get
Okay.
is just $20? Does it make sense? Of course it
It
makes
makes,
sense,
yes.
because
Yes.
your account size is small. So it
Mm.
makes sense if you ask me. But at the end of the day, it's about the numbers. So traders
Okay.
don't really want to know anything else outside of the number. So the number must really be meaningful. But trust me, the number is not the vital thing. It's in percentage. The percentage is the most vital. If
Okay,
you're
sir.
growing 2% monthly, keep it up, because
Okay,
that
sir.
2% at a point, it will be $2 for you.
Yes,
That
sir.
2% at a point will be $20.
Yes,
A
sir.
time will come that 2% will be like $20,000. So what are we saying?
Mm. Mm.
Is the game of numbers, but superior to that is percentage. So keep
Okay.
up working on what gives you an actual percentage growth over your
Okay, sir.
portfolio. So that's, I think that will work better. All right.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. You're
Mm.
welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. How are you doing? How's this trade this week been for us so far? Let me hear from you. Afalake, Selena, Danny Welbeck's Desire. How's the week been so far? Talk to me. We're not spending much time here, okay? Just talk to me.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, man. Happy New Year.
Actually, thank you, sir. Wish you the best.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I've not been trading. I'm just
Okay.
observing the chart and
Okay.
planning to get in at the GU entry.
Oh,
But
okay.
in the course of observation, I observed that there was a big sell. There,
Yes.
there was a big sell, so I couldn't enter for a buy. So I just
Oh,
keep following the market, observing how things are going for now.
oh, okay. Fantastic. Yeah, I really still appreciate that, because at the end, even while you observe, you're learning, and that makes a lot of sense. So the part that you are winning your impulsive reaction in the market is also a win. I hope you noticed that. Did you notice it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good.
At least
Fantastic.
I'm building some confidence in learning to wait.
Exactly. That's the point. Learning to wait. The power of waiting. The power of waiting is not about you waiting for the opportunity to come alone. The power of waiting is still much more in how much you are able to avoid unnecessary risk. That is powerful on its own. So the more you understand this, the better you become as time comes by. I wish you all the best, and it's a very good one. So there are sometimes you have to just sit and observe. There are sometimes you need to analyze and wait, and there are sometimes you need to execute and exercise patience. So all of these things has their own time frame, and with time, you're going to figure it out because it's different from each other. Everybody cannot be the same. Do you get me? Everybody cannot be the same. So you're going to figure out how exactly it works for you. But one good thing I know is for sure, there was a point in time, I think it should be up to 3 weeks now, or 2 weeks, I guess 2 weeks or three, where I told you that this level will be your Christmas gift. Start selling from wherever. I think this was the October 17th. Was it that time? Oh, I can't remember exactly when I said it, but it's definitely more than a week. It should be 2 weeks and above, I guess. And since then to now, look at what the market has done. Market has done successfully more than 200 pips, and we have just how many pips to the zone? We have just about 74 pips to the zone, which I anticipated. This is a very fantastic move. And how did I get this movement? How did I just figure this out? This was figured out from uh, um, uh, this is where you see the price. I was talking about this on monthly time frame. Now, on monthly time frame perspective, what you can say about this is I looked at this zone as a price level, which I'm expecting the price to get into. In fact, this is even much more, right? This is about 450 something pips. But I told you that intermittently, what the price will likely do is for me to see the price taking out this zone first before we talk about this. So it's a massive sell reaction. And I said it sometimes last month. So since then to now, you can tell the market has done more than 200 pips, and it's fantastic. So that being said, now when you go to the daily time frame perspective, you're going to see, okay, let's go to the weekly. Sometimes I'm telling you, you don't need more insight than to help you think like a trader. Sometimes you don't need more insight than to help you think more like a trader, because when you talk about the analysis, some of you have it. Trust me, some of you know exactly what to do, but when to do it is what you don't know, and that's why I'm here. All right. So one of those things I told you about is you see the price creating a very strong rejection candle above here. Now, once the price is able to create structure above here, it was a rejection. Price took out this liquidity above this price level, and immediately that happened, price closed below it. And that was how many weeks ago? Close to 7 weeks ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 7 weeks ago. Can you see that? The moment this happened, I told you this particular week that this suggests to us that we should start selling, and we're going to wait for the price to attack this low price level. So I said that obviously. And with that being said, you can tell easily in the market that the market has been selling successfully since then. It's been creating series of lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. And all of those are characteristics of a sell market. And that being said, it means our focus right there remains solid. At the beginning of this week, therefore, what I was expecting to see was a bit of buy in case the market had to retrace. So that would give more confident sell. And of course, the market did not give that sell. And when you check the daily time frame perspective, on Monday alone, we had a price shifted down below this structure, which I shared with you, that most likely we may not have the price coming back to that zone. And also, it may likely mean that the price is continue in its own sell. So that is an important part that you also need to know. So let's keep it really simple, and let's see how price will react to that level. Okay. So now there's nothing really much I want to buttress on. So sorry, I have a meeting this morning, but I have to show up. Like, it's part of why you are here. The part that you have to trust the system that also have to help you. So we have to do that. So let's be clear. And also let's trade with proper risk management. This is Euro USD. On Great Britain pounds US dollar, we have something like that too. It's been a fantastic sell momentum right here. All right. It's been a sell momentum all through the week. So I was expecting the price in worst case scenario to pull back if they were going to buy before we start selling. And on Monday, I said it again that they're not looking like they're coming back into that zone. So which means this level remains invalidated. Should I take it out now? I should leave it later. Regardless, now I've shared that with you. I can take it out to reduce number of items on my chart. But then to keep it very simple, this looks more bearish. Now, when are we going to expect more bullish momentum from here? Well, we're going to check it out. And also, this has been a fantastic sell momentum. On daily, I've told you something like this. When I was in Abuja, I shared it in a live class. This level, they looks bearish, as you can see right here. And with that outcome, therefore, We had a fantastic sale on dividend pounds US dollar yesterday. We did over 130 pips, and that also means that we can be expecting more bearish momentum on this. But regardless, if that should be the case, is it possible for the price to actually give us a little bit of buy momentum into this range? We'll check that later, depending on what the price is showing. But ideally, this still looks very much bearish on the higher time frame perspective on the great Britain pounds US dollar daily time frame. Now, I think that has been sorted. Don't worry, we said all of this thing at the beginning of the week. You can check the weekly time frame. The weekly market forecast is an outlook for you, is a roadmap for you. So don't joke with it. Always consider it as one of the things you need to do before you get started during the week or before the week. All right. AUD US dollar, I told you it was going to close this gap here and continue selling. I'm expecting it to sell down into this range. And from the beginning of the week to now, it has done significant movements, close to 80 pips or more. But to keep it simple, I'm still expecting more bearish momentum from here. All right. That being said, I'm still looking for more bearish momentum on it. I say we're going to expect a bearish, a reaction before more bearish momentum on NZD US dollar. The price hit here last week, which we entered for a sell, and currently to now the market has done about 172 pips. The price is sitting on 0.56449 right now. And what is my outlook? More bearish momentum to this price level at 0.5518. And currently the price is still pushing towards the bearish momentum. Are we going to have any bullish momentum retracements over time? Well, on a lower time frame perspective, you may check that out, but on this time frame, I'm looking for more bearish momentum, and I've explained this multiple times before now. Going to the next guy, USD card, I said so long USD, so long the XY remains bullish, this guy will remain bullish, and this is our target right now. And after this level has been attacked, I said we can look for more momentum, and this has done over 53 pips in the market, and this is also one of those good moments in the market. Sorry, I have to really leave on time. I said you should look for a buy momentum from here because this looks good a little for a buy momentum, though the stop loss level would have been teared apart right here when you check it. This is about 15 pips, and I told you on 4-hour time frame 20 pips stop loss is not bad, right? And you can see this, the market has actually done a bit of that. So far so well, the market reacted to this zone. Still the market still reacted to this zone, but was it a good trade? Well, on a lower time frame perspective, it could have been a very good trade for a buy momentum if you survive 20 pips stop loss count. That means the market would have given you about how many pips in total? They have given you about 70 something pips in total away from this range. Also, I explained why the market was going to sell from here to here based on symmetrical triangle that also projected that we're going to have a sell, and I projected where we're going to see the sell come into. So this is also another fantastic moment in the market for the week. And quickly, I'm trying to rush up now. This guy did not come back to our favorite gap zone for the buy, but I said if it gets here, if it closes above it, we're expecting more bullish momentum. That happened with this guy rejection here. It means we're expecting more bullish momentum. It did about 32 pips, which is not fantastic enough, but the price above here is where we're anticipating the market to come into, and that is 62 pips away from the current market price. And that is also a very good one. All right. Great pounds JPY, this is just so fantastic. I told you at the beginning of the week that you should expect this market to come straight into this level. This has done about 300 pips in the market for this week, and I say you should look out for a buy right here. And look at what the market is showing right now. The market is showing more of 110 pips momentum for a buy in the market. So far so well. This guy did about 373 pips to a sell, and currently it has done over 100 pips for a buy. That means this this currency pair alone has done more than 400 pips as we articulated for this week. This is fantastic. So if you have not been taking this analysis serious, I think it's about time you start taking them serious because they're going to help you in the long run. If you want to trade and you want to trade for a long time, not just for the glance, for the fancy fun of it, you just have to take this more seriously. This is the gap that created some weeks ago. I told you when the market will come back there, it's going to smash through. Like I said on Monday or Sunday, look at what the market did. And let me tell you, I took this sell of course, I took this sell for that obvious reason. And currently, look at the market for a buy. Why did I jump out? I know it was going to buy from what I projected. So far, so well. This was also another fantastic market opportunity for this week. I don't believe everybody should be here still trying to catch up. I believe everybody should be catching up with us right now. Okay, this has not done it did not go to where we expected. Of course, it did a little bit of buy, more than 100 pips before all of this back and forth. I'm not really checking it again, but I'm waiting for it to get here anyways. Griffin Pound say you did. Well, it didn't get to where I was expecting for a sell. It has not gotten to where I was expecting for a buy. So I'll keep my fingers on this. I will keep watching. Look at this guy. Well, this is BTC US dollar. It's tapped into this zone like I projected, and it has done more than 10,000 points in the market. And so far, so well. You see, this has really done fantastic movement. It got to where I was projecting. Can you see? This was the level I was projecting. So if you start buying from here, it's fantastic. I really don't care anymore. But I told you what we made the price to sell down to $98,000. I don't know, but that is what the projection looks like on a technical analysis. If you were there when I was analyzing this, you can give a thumbs up in the chat and let's move forward. So I won't wait for that. Anyways, I'm just teasing you. But then, of course, look at this projection on gold. I was expecting the price to do this, and look at this currently. This is still also a fantastic one. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing really hidden. Everything I showed you that is showing profit is what I've taught you in class at some point or another. I want you to remain steadfast in your learning and continue learning. You'll be the best of a version of yourself, and with time, you'll get better. This is where I'll be stopping today. Thank you very much for joining. I will catch you up later on. I have another meeting to jump on right now. Thank you. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of the day and catch you later. Bye for now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate.